a woman's instinct to leave her home and go to the Point Fortin Police Station to report a man for allegedly threatening to burn her house down with her children inside might have saved her life and the lives of her 3 young children, including an 8-month-old baby girl. Sequoia St George, 30, was on her way to the station when the police called her and told her that her home was on fire Wednesday at about 2 p.m. The fire is believed to have been deliberately set. The 3-room wooden structure at Pond Street, Point Fortin, was burnt to the ground and no one was able to salvage anything. Homeless are St. George, her common-law husband, Lyndon Wills, and their 3 children, the baby and 2 sons, 5 and 3. He kept saying he would chop us up in the house, then burn it with us inside. He said he saw when my sister, Wills, left and would come and kill us when he finished doing what he was doing. He said my mister would be holding his head bawling when he comes home, she said. At first, I did not take him on, because he always threatened people and got on violently. But then I heard his tone change. I called the police and told them about the threats. I just could not take it anymore, and my big son was frightened too. I said to myself that it was better if I left. I took the children and left. She said she walked out the street with her children, then got in a car. On her way, she saw a marked police car with officers who were heading to meet her at home. She gave them her full address and the man's address. The officers, she said, told her they were going to speak to him. Minutes later, the police called to tell her the house is on fire. She changed direction and returned home. The house did not have electricity and the family had already brought materials to wire the house. Seeing her home in flames, St. George said she began to weep. My house was fully furnished. I had 2 beds, $4,000 under the mattress to pay the person to wire the house. We lost everything, St. George said. Wednesday's threat was the 3rd in 7 years. However, the man had also reported to the police over the years for threatening him. This man keeps provoking people. He always walks around with a cutlass. I do not interfere with this man. I am always with my children. If he had attacked us yesterday, I would not have been able to defend myself and the children. I just want to live in peace, St. George said.
He talk about when he see my start going and thing and he know I alone home with them children and them. You understand? My son get frightened. He coming down there to chop up me and them children and burn down the house with we in it. Well, I was frightened because to tell you, sure I cannot fight this man, and if this man come in my place to do me anything. You understand what I'm saying? I can't defend myself. The police call and say my house on fire. So I was like, my house on fire? He say, yeah, what color house you living behind? I say, an orange house with a green roof. He say, well, yes, look, your house on fire here right now. Don't bother to go down by the station. Come up the road, come.
I hope if I go and tell the man something and say me when I kill me about them
St. George, who lost all her material possessions in the Pond Street home she shared with her 3 young children and common-law husband, Lyndon Wills, said her new home consists of only 2 beds. We still need help, she said, to get stove, fridge, and clothes. She said she would love to get toys and a television for her children, an 8-month-old baby girl and her 2 sons who are ages 3 and 5. The family is also trying to source materials to rebuild the home, which was completely gutted. St. George said investigations are continuing into the cause of the fire, and police are awaiting a report before determining whether or not to lay charges against the man whom she said threatened to burn the building before its actual destruction.